The project at Matthew Moss High School is really about measuring learning. We can measure the measurable. Can we measure the valuable? There's a truism for you. But it's vital. It's vital to know that what we're doing in focusing on learning is not smoke and mirrors. It's not just some smart, clever idea amongst the intelligentsia. It's actually real is learning, and it's really important, and it's really, really important that we discover exactly how to measure it and demonstrate it and develop a real language of considering it and driving it forward.
And Mark,
our main concern is that although we have embarked on trying to make some real change to the way learning takes place in the school, and as a result have started to make some real changes to the Key Stage 3 curriculum, one of the things that we need to address urgently is to develop our knowledge and ability to make real assessments of learning, which is not based upon a content map of knowledge. And to do that, we have a lot to do.
Sure, we've got a significant portion of Year 7 and Year 8 curriculum timetable devoted to a content-independent learning opportunity called My World, with a lot learner-driven, project-based learning in there. Dead excited, really excited, because this is an opportunity to really get some robust project-driven learning in there. With regard to learning futures, two things definitely are lexicon to language, if you like. Get a taxonomy of learning, but get one that is really useful, or make it useful in terms of driving change in the classroom and informing real conversations and real reflective understanding of what we're doing and how we're developing as a community. The second one is showing evidence of that, showing evidence of change and progress, perhaps online, using blogs, using the moments of transformation for learners, when there's a point when they have an aha moment, and actually I have been learning in that way and it needs to be different, capturing those, capturing a wealth of different judgments about learners now they're doing. So online communities, the Jane Austen Society, perhaps commenting on a Year 8 lad's Jane Austen piece, and him collecting those comments online and feeding those into the judgments, the assessment part of his profile. Making jewellery and putting it on eBay and seeing what it gets. And some designs producing, getting a higher price than other designs. That's a great way of gathering assessments. You know, we're all joined up now. The world's full of assessors, so we can get a real potent package of critical judgments about what we're doing. And we really want My World to be exciting and challenging, and at times uncomfortable for learners. This is not easy project work for 6 weeks so we can all put our feet up. This is proper learning, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, there are a great variety of taxonomies there about learning, and they overlap, and it's hard to judge which one is better than another. But there is a judgment, and the judgment is what makes absolute sense to us as a learning community, what is useful, what drives change. And if that language is not representative of your understanding in your world, then it's just some boxes we're ticking on an assessment sheet, and it means little. So it is about breathing life into words, making sure words are meaningful, words are tools for us, not just labels that we can tick to show that we're kind of doing something. They must actually create positive change. Learners in Year 7 in the pilot this year have gone through various stages of growing independence in the learning. So in the first term they looked at an island that they've been marooned on and how they design their island, how they're going to survive. Second term they were looking at things like When Things Go Wrong was the title. So interesting, we're looking at SARS, which anticipated swine flu nicely. In the third term it's absolutely independent. You pick something you're really interested in, but pick your audience about it. Because what you're going to do is at the end of your time learning about that, you're going to demonstrate your learning, you're going to exhibit your learning to an audience, to a specialist audience, to someone different from your teacher, to whoever you want, but you select that. And what that does, it creates an imperative, an edge, an uncoziness to it, which really drives learning, and also gives it a status. This just isn't for Sir or Miss, so that they smile and give you a tick. This is a proper demonstration of learning. This is a real-life conversation about what you've learned. And I think that imperative is what makes project learning real and good. And that's what we're trying to do in My World.
Well, the forest, the Lord Cause, it's nice and simple. Not too much stuff on it to make.
If you just do it, I'll do it.